Now the third element of what I wanted to share with you today then is, so if we have a 50-year future and we have a way in which we want to operate, which is known as the operating management system, and that operating management system is just the four basic elements of people, plant, process, and performance, what then is the next key to our delivery? And that is that if we know how we want to operate, what is it we choose to do? What are the activities that we have to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a quarterly basis, on a yearly basis, to first and foremost reduce the risks in our operations that put people or our business in jeopardy. The challenges in understanding the activity set that we have to deliver in order to secure our 50-year future and to operate in the way that we want to operate in our operating management system becomes the key to being able to identify what work we must do, that we need to do, and that we want to do every day, every week, every year. And in doing that, that access to the activity sets will then enable us to plan that activity, to schedule that activity, and to subsequently execute that activity in the most efficient and effective manner. Because first and foremost, the activities that we identify and plan, schedule, and execute against should be about reducing the risks to you as a workforce, the company as a business. We should be looking at how we reduce or mitigate to the lowest practical levels the risks of producing hydrocarbons every day, 24 hours a day. The second aspect of that should be that we absolutely must be compliant with the laws and the regulations that provide us the license to operate across our businesses. And thirdly, we then need to understand what it is that we need to do to conform to and deliver against the standards that the industry expects, that we as a company have defined as the way that we want to operate, which is the BP way of operating. And the abilities to identify and manage through the right activities the real risks in our businesses, to comply with the law and to conform to and deliver against the standards that we think are important to being the BP way of doing our business, that then enables us to deliver the base operations every day and to allow us to identify ways to improve and enhance and continuously improve upon that business delivery, that people development, that plant performance, that process efficiency and effectiveness that go back to the way we operate under the operating management system. So you can see the linkage. Operating management system is the way we work. The integrated activity planning and integrated field scheduling is the defining of what work we do and the activity sets that will underpin doing that. And that activity set needs to be managed in a way that in fact ensures that first and foremost we understand and mitigate to the lowest practical levels the risks of doing our business, then ensuring that we are compliant with the laws and regulations that provide us our license to operate, and the delivery of those two elements then allow us to then conform to the standards by which we want to operate as BP. What makes BP unique as an operator on the North Slope and in this industry is those aspects of the way we do it. And then finally, those three elements give us access into delivering our base business every day of producing oil and gas, re-injecting that gas and re-injecting waters to enable us to optimize the recovery of Alaska's and BP's equity hydrocarbons, along with our responsibilities to our working interest owners, our stakeholders and shareholders. This is an important aspect of understanding what activities will we do, when will we do them, how will we do them, and are we prepared to conduct those activities in the most efficient and effective way. And therefore, integrated activity planning and the subsequent integrated field scheduling efforts that we're embracing and taking on are critical to ensuring that we operate under the management systems, practices, and processes in the way that we want to operate. But most importantly, and the fourth thing that I wanted to share with you, as you start this journey is understanding the linkage then between the operating management system, the integrated activity planning and field scheduling work to define the activity set that we must deliver, because that then gives us access to controlling our workplace and controlling the activities within our workspace. And through that control of work, we will in fact deliver on a safer work environment, a more effective and efficient working operations, a more effective and efficient business outcome, and that successful business outcome becomes the critical driver to underpinning that 50-year plus future that I talked about at the very beginning. Because it is only through having a robust, efficient business that we actually earn the rights to continue to invest, to grow the long-term recovery of hydrocarbons in the efficient and effective way that we can develop and produce those resources for the 50 plus years that we want to be in business continuing on the North Slope in these operations. So my challenge to you as you set back and begin this journey is to, as a leader, as individuals, whether you're in a formal leadership capacity or you're an individual contributor, it is your responsibility to understand, what does the operating management system mean to me and for me? It's not being done to you, it's being done with you, and it needs you and your support to be successful in delivering the way we want to operate our business, to develop the clarity and focus on the activity sets to underpin the delivery of that business, and that through that, your work life and all of our efforts will become more efficient and effective because we're in control. We have control of what work we do, when we do it, how it gets done, and to the efficiencies that we need to deliver to continue to have a strong, viable business that goes on for many, many years. Guys, I've spoken a lot about the 4 things that I believe are most important for us to understand in unlocking our future. First of all, that we have a really strong future, 50 plus years of opportunity to continue to develop light oil, enable ourselves to potentially develop the heavy oil that exists across the North Slope of Alaska, and to subsequently develop and prepare ourselves for major gas sales with the future of gas sales production from our operations. I've talked about the 3 important enablers that are key to unlocking that future. They are developing and embedding the operating management system, the way we are going to operate our business over the next 50 years. I've also talked about the importance then, but with that operating system, the way we're going to produce and deliver this future, we've got to have the clarity and visibility to what activities must we do, need we do, and want to do in order to achieve that outcome. So integrated activity planning and integrated field scheduling become the mechanism by which we operate for that 50-year future that in fact unlocks and secures our success. And that access through clarity on our activities will then give us the ability to control our work environment, to control what we do, when we do it, how we do it, and with whom do we actually conduct those activities. So the operating management system as the way we work, the integrated activity planning and scheduling in the what we do, and the access through control of work into the how efficient and effective we achieve that to ensure that we create the safest workplace practical and the most efficient business outcome possible that in turn secures our 50-year future.